What makes the NBA is the possibility of anything to happen, just like how any player in the NBA can have a breakout season. That possibility that allows anything to happen has inspired me to put together a list of the most underappreciated players in the NBA during the 2016-2017 season. Now, before I get into my list, I want to mention that there are plenty of underappreciated players in the NBA that didn't crack my top 10. A few of those players that didn't crack the list are TJ Warren of the Phoenix Suns, Malcolm Delaney of the Atlanta Hawks, and Ian Clark of the Golden State Warriors. Coming at the number 10 spot, we have Channing Frye, an elite three-point shooting big man for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Doesn't really create his own shot, as 104 of his 110 buckets have been assisted. Of those 104 shots that have been assisted, 54 of them have come from the hands of LeBron James. Channing Frye has been a weapon of LeBron James during the 2016-2017 season, as Channing has been able to spot up and knock down threes at a very effective 44% from downtown, which puts him at the number 3 spot in the three-point field goal percentage leaders throughout the league. From the corner, he shoots an astonishing 50%, which is where he gets most of his shots. Coming in at the number 9 spot, we have Tim Frazier, the current backup point guard for the New Orleans Pelicans behind Jrue Holiday. Tim had a great start to the season, as in the month of November he was able to get a majority of the minutes at the point guard position. We saw him average a very solid 11 points, 7 assists, and 3 rebounds per game. During his time as a starter, he had multiple very good games. Most notable was one where he was able to achieve a triple-double. He isn't exactly young at the age of 26, but he definitely has some time to improve. Could definitely be a good backup on a contender. Coming in at the number 8 spot, we have Paul Millsap. Somehow after 10 years, he is still underrated. A player averaging 18 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists definitely deserves some attention. A very solid player and deserves an all-star nod this year. Would be higher in the list, but since he's been consistently doing this for years, it isn't that surprising anymore. Coming in at the number 7 spot, we have Otto Porter Jr. The third pick in the 2013 draft hasn't been able to do much in his hometown until this season. As this is his 4th season in the NBA, he's finally showing what he's capable of doing. In his first season, he averaged 2 points, his second season averaging 6, this past year averaging 11, and now this year averaging 15 points. You can see he's constantly improving over the years. The most impressive difference between the years is now that he's a 3-point shooter. He's currently number 2 in the league in terms of 3-point field goal percentage at 46%, which is very impressive considering he was never considered a shooter. Coming at the number 6 spot, we have Dario Saric. When the Philadelphia 76ers drafted Saric back in 2014, they knew the amount of potential he had as a player. Staying in Croatia and playing basketball for a few years there has really prepared him as a player. For his first season in the NBA, he's put up 10 points, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists per game. Great passing for his size, a jump shot that you must respect, and at the young age of 22 already has a big body that is hard to deal with down low. In the month of January, where we see 76ers going 7-2, we see the future for Dario Saric and the 76ers is very bright. Coming in the number 5 spot, we have Eric Gordon, who has always been a great player but has never been able to show it due to his constant nagging injuries. Luckily for him, he's had an injury-free season so far, and the numbers that people expected out of him, he's finally putting up. Putting up a very respectable 18 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists per game, being a main contributor to the potent Houston Rocket offense, he's been able to space the floor for James Harden and company by shooting 40% from downtown. Coming in at number 4, we have George Hill, the veteran player in a very young Utah Jazz team, who has put together arguably his best season yet at 18 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds per game. Those numbers might not really jump out at you, but one series that is averaging 45% from downtown, then you understand the type of year he's having. His 45% from downtown puts him in at number 4 on the 3-point field goal percentage list. 5.5 fourth quarter points per game is an indicator that he's been relatively clutch this season for the Jazz. A player who's having a great year, but doesn't seem to be getting the recognition for it. Coming in at number 3 of Malcolm Brogdon, aka the President, who's having an amazing season. The 36th pick in the 2016 draft wasn't expected to have this type of season after all. At first glance, his 8 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds isn't that amazing, but let's dive a little bit deeper. Once Matthew Dellavedova went down with an injury, we saw Brogdon's minutes go up massively. Since Dellavedova's injury, he's maintained those minutes. In just his second start, he was able to get a triple-double against the Chicago Bulls, a team with a very good defense. Since that injury, Brogdon's stats have gone up to 13 points, 6 assists, and 4 rebounds. Very impressive stats for a rookie, and especially a rookie that was picked in the second round. Coming in number 2, we have Nikola Jokic, the future of the Denver Nuggets. The last 4 games, he's put up 29 points, 12 rebounds, and 4 assists per game. In those 4 games, he's also been able to put up 43% shooting from 3. At the young age of 21, he already has a great understanding of the game and is probably the best passing center in the league. He also has the same amount of potential as Joel Embiid and Karl-Anthony Towns, but the media doesn't hype him up the same way. Jokic is the perfect center mold for the future, as he has an arsenal of post moves, a mid-range jump shot, and can spot from 3. Not only can he lay you up on defense, but on the other end, trying to score on him isn't as easy. He's averaging 1.5 blocks per game. And coming in at number 1, we have Gordon Hayward, in my eyes the most underrated player. Somehow not a household name yet, but definitely should be. He's the main reason that Utah is currently the 5th seed in the West, just a game behind the injury-plagued Clippers. He's athletic, can shoot, and plays defense. Has an arsenal of offensive moves that defenders have trouble guarding, a superstar at age 26, so his best years are soon to come. If he continues his play into the playoffs, he will show the world how talented he is. Then I will believe he will get the attention he deserves. He is the most underrated player in the NBA for the 2016-2017 season. And that has been my list of the most underrated players for the 2016-2017 season. In the comments below, tell me which rankings you agree/disagree with. And if you liked the video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. I've been Steven Maxwell and have a great day.